Welcome to the Brilliant healer's new life in the shadows.
Dr. Han, I am a surgeon!
The show starts with this lowly elf waking up early in the morning to prepare some tea for her friend slash maybe lover Dr. Zeno. Then she has some exposition about healers, where they need to study and earn their license to practice their jobs, just like in real life. But Dr. Zeno here doesn't have one because he's kind of a quack doctor, but he heals his patients as long as they pay him, unlike the government healthcare which is unreliable.
We're gonna navigate the American healthcare system. It's there for you and me.
Just fill out these forms.
Dr. Zeno leaves for an emergency patient, and we see his harem starts to appear one by one. First, we have Goth Wizard Lady. Second, we have Hot Reptile Lady from Baldur's Gate 3. Third, we have Furry Dumb Lady. And lastly, we have the Muscle Ogre Lady. Then we see some filler moments about friendship, where Elf Girl wants everyone to get along because that's what the doctor wants for his harem. We cut to the doctor where he saw this furry prostitute wanting an
Abortion?
but this pimp still wants to keep pumping his load onto her. He throws her around where this black aura starts possessing her. Then she goes berserk and starts attacking her owner. The pimp saw the doctor and asked for help to kill this bitch, but he ain't doing it because he's a healer and he wants to save lives. He starts fighting the furry where he exterminated the berserk aura. The pimp asks for help but he can't because he's already done for the day, but he can consider if he pays him double and he gives him his slave, and the pimp agreed to the deal. The furry wakes up and Dr. Zeno tells her that he bought her. He tells her to strip naked and he sees the fetus, where he performed this abortion magic and healed her. He asks her to look for weeds because he's now her new owner. She finds them and he says that she's now free as his slave because he just wants to get high as a kite. He heads home where his harem also returned bringing some food where they start to cook. The next episode starts and we see the pair's flashback on how they met, where Zeno was kicked out of his party for being a noob and he met the elf lolly where she was previously a slave, but her owner did the London thing on her. And Zeno bought her for 1 gold and he healed her. And since then, the lolly pledged her loyalty to him. He fed her and they see this wounded guy and he heals him. The guy pays him and this started his motivation to open up a underground healing clinic because quack doctors like him can get arrested. He scouted this abandoned area and saw this abandoned mansion and he decided that this is where he'll start his clinic. Then they stumbled into Hot Goth Wizard but she's technically a wraith. She tried to scare the pair away but he showed a Sigma male aura and the goth accepted the pair to live with her in this abandoned mansion. We cut to the next day where the reptile guy visited his clinic and he brought his sister the reptile lady along with him because she's one of the 3 girl bosses in this area. Then he says, "Can you heal my sister's arm because it got infected with AIDS and now she can't finger herself anymore?" He agreed to help her if they can pay $1 million. The siblings got mad because of this outrageous price and Zeno replied, "Look, I'm a quack doctor so this is the best I can do, and if you go to legit hospitals the price is definitely much higher because the government ain't covering for your healthcare insurance. Plus, I can grow your arms back." Reptile Lady agreed and Zeno started healing her arms by cutting off the infected part then restoring her bones and nerves. And finally the meat and skin. Wow. Big ups to this anime. Finally, someone using logic for once. She thanked him for healing her arms and says that she'll recommend his clinic to more people. Then Furry Girl shows up and she's also one of the 3 girl bosses in this area. She got mad after healing the reptile's arms and they start attacking him but it's useless because of his barrier magic. They start destroying his clinic and the goth gets mad but he stopped her because he doesn't want her to kill. The furries were shocked at how he commanded the goth, where they start to respect him for his big balls. The next day comes and this pig visits him for his services.
Look at this pig.
He told her to visit their queen because she's bedridden. He goes to their base and it's the Muscle Ogre Lady. He scanned her body and noticed she has an explosive magic stone inside her body. She told him that she'll give him all of their treasures because she's gonna explode anytime soon, and she's doing this because she heard the rumors of him giving free healthcare services to children.
We're gonna navigate the American healthcare system.
He decided to help her by doing the surgery to remove the stone. The surgery was successful and he gives the treasure keys back to her and says that she should use her wealth to build a better nation. And because of this, the Minges keeps visiting him for the next few days in order to win his dick.
Yeah, boy.
The lolly got jealous where Goth Lady noticed this, and she says that his dick is going to be the reason why the 3 Minges are going to have an all-out war. Transition to the day of the war where he spectates the fight and says that they need to settle their beef once and for all. The battle royale starts and we skip to sunset where they notice that no one is dying, and Zeno says that he can't afford anyone dying because they're all his patients. That's why he keeps healing them until they'll stop fighting.
No fighting. No fucking fighting. No fighting. No fucking fighting! Fighting!
where it worked and the ninjas agreed to a ceasefire. We cut to this scene and see this pair, where they noticed that the 3 girl bosses agreed to a ceasefire, and he told his hot vice captain to investigate this, because the city might be in danger. We cut to the reptiles getting healed and they told Zeno about the vice captain they fought, and Goth Lady told him to be careful because he's on the government's watch list. We see the vice captain scouting in the slums and interrogating this lizard, but he called for help and she eats out. Night comes and she stumbles onto Zeno's clinic, where she asks him if she can stay for the night, but he got distracted by the lolly and he got assassinated Lincoln style. Elf Lolly explains that Zenos didn't kidnap her, and in fact he saved her from slavery. Hot vice captain apologized for instantly assassinating him and dropping a smoke bomb, but she's shocked to know that he's okay after she shot him. He tells her that he ain't a nonce and she should be looking for Jeffrey Epstein. She tells him that she's on a mission to find the person who made the 3 girl bosses agreed on a ceasefire, because that person has the kind of power to start a revolution.
Revolution. I like the sound of that.
He lied to her about not knowing this person, and the goth keeps whispering to him about her predictions coming true. He asks why she's so fixated on finding this person, and we see her backstory where her mom helped fed people in the slums, but someone murdered her and no one cared.
Don't care.
That's why she wants to make the slums pay. We cut to the next day where Hot Night Lady and Reptile Lady met at Zeno's clinic. They started arguing where Reptile Lady told him that the noble Jeffrey Epstein she's protecting is an actual pedophile. She doesn't believe her because the FBI didn't release the Epstein files yet. Then Zeno finally spills the beans that he's the one who helped with the ceasefire. She doesn't believe on both of them and she heads to Jeffrey Epstein's mansion, where she conducted a surprise inspection to confirm if he's really a nonce. She goes down into the well and saw the children he kidnapped, and Jeffrey Epstein used her gun to immobilize her. He was about to kill her, but Zenos and Reptile Lady arrived just in time to save her as per. Jeffrey begs for his life and says to call Trump so that he can vouch for his innocence. Zeno shoots him, but just enough to knock him out. He heals Hot Knight's hand and she finally believes him being a good guy. The Reptile Clan helped to rescue the children, and because of this, Hot Knight finally learned how to smile again. We cut to the next episode and see the Bully Knight's POV, where his party started to suck after kicking out Zenos, where they can't kill this firefox even though they have this skilled glasses healer. Then he's starting to slowly realize that he's a noob after kicking out Zenos, but he's still in denial and wants to prove that he's a pro gamer. Then he plans to invite Zenos back to the party to prove that Zenos is the noob. Well, that's a gamer mindset right there, because if you're like me who plays online games, you'll start getting cocky if you're at a party, but once you go solo gaming, that's when shit really hits you, and that's why I suggest to play Dota 2 so that you can really feel the rage of losing. Anyway, he goes to the 3 girl bosses to ask Zenos' whereabouts, but they all knew he was the one who kicked him out, and they all deny his request.
You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
But luckily, he stumbled into him and recruited him once again, but he refuses this time because of the low salary, and he's also having a great career as a quack doctor. He gets triggered and tries to backstab him, but Hot Knight was there to shoot him down. He got arrested for assassination attempt, but he puts the blame on his gay underling and he runs away. Bye-bye! We cut back to the clinic where they discuss the bully asking for help, and they're worried that he might seek help with an underground guild to destroy them. As night comes, Zenos and the Goth discuss about a magic that can summon golems. Then an earthquake appears where the Goth finds the slums getting attacked by a golem. The gang heads there and Zenos orders the ninjas to gather all the wounded into a safe place. Then we cut to the perspective of the mysterious perpetrator observing the golem, and he gets fascinated on how Zenos will stop this. Zenos heals all the wounded people. Then they start fighting the golem where Goth Lady told them to destroy its core to stop it, and they manage to bring it down through teamwork. Zenos scans the golem and realizes that it's the Bully Knight who transformed into a golem. Then we see this flashback where he asks the mysterious perpetrator for help, but he planned to use his depressed emotional state to transform him into a golem, and wants Zenos to decide if he'll kill him or not. We cut back to the fight where Zenos decides to fight the golem 1v1, and he easily cuts him using his lightsaber magic.
Target neutralized.
The mysterious perpetrator noticed that he didn't kill him, and he's trying to save his life by performing a golem surgery, and with his precise operating skills he managed to lift the golem curse. He told the bully to start changing his life, and he knocked him out as a revenge for causing trouble. He gets arrested by the Hot Knight for being a war criminal, and Zenos gave him a single coin as a payback, and the gang heads back to the clinic for some tea. Transition to the next episode where they discuss the incident and determine that the mysterious perpetrator is an actual underground mage, where he takes advantage of people to cause trouble, and the mysterious perpetrator might go into hiding for now because of the top-notch security. Then we see this ecchi fan service moment where they go to a hot spring, but we skip all of that shit and cut to the next morning and see Glasses Healer healing this bald chef who got over overcooked. But her healing was just enough to stop the wound. Zenos rushed to the scene where Glasses Healer suggested carrying Tectone to a nearby hospital for immediate assistance. But Zenos heals the bald guy for free because he makes good food. And Glasses Healer starts getting wet after seeing his healing skills. She reports back to her master about this mysterious underground healer. Then we cut to him being helped by a lizard man and was rushed to Zenos' clinic, where he analyzed that he has a lung cancer just like Walter White.
Yes. Lung cancer. Inoperable.
Then he gets up and was amazed by his deduction skills even though he isn't a licensed doctor. Then Glasses Healer shows up and Dr. Sensei tells him that he was just faking it for views.
Break, baby! Yeah!
He invites Zenos to join them because of his healing skills they can save more lives. Zenos was hesitant but Dr. Sensei told him that he knew his master, and with this he decides to join them for the greater good. They took him to see the healer school, and Healer Sensei told him that he needs his help to gather some info. Then we see Elf Lolly moving into the school along with the goth, because the lolly is being registered as his sister, and the goth snuck onto this old wizard staff. We cut to lunchtime where he talks with Glasses Healer about scouting the higher ups in the school because she thinks they're doing some illegal shit.
Hillary and Obama want to make you poor and pathetic. We have all their white papers. They hate you.
Then this gay boy interrupts them because he's jealous of Zeno talking to his bitch. The class starts where Zeno got put on the spot to answer some questions. He told them it's easy to defeat monsters because he's an adventurer, and he makes the gay boy healer even more jealous of him. We cut to Healer Santa getting the news of Zeno being a healer prodigy. Then he sent him to this graveyard full of monsters to test him if his skills are legit. This giant undead spawns and he tested the gay boy healer to defeat it because he's too cocky on his skills. But Zeno easily kills it to clear the area.
Sector clear.
We cut to the next episode where he gets scouted and interviewed by Healer Santa, and he asked him to show his powers on this paper, where Healer Santa was impressed because of his unique healing magic. He invites him to join one of his activities, where Zeno sees him using his healing magic by transferring others' health to heal one person. And Gay Boy Healer says, "Look, Healer Santa is doing all of this so that he can get a good rep because the next election is coming up and he wants to get as many votes as possible and make America great again."
We're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning.
He reported back to Healer Sensei and told him about Healer Santa's plan, and he also says that this Alfred guy went missing after getting invited by Healer Santa for a dinner. We cut to this scene where Zenos talks to Glasses Healer where they reminisce about their past because they have the same childhood experience of being an orphan and being taught healing magic by some old guy. As the day ends, Gay Boy Healer sees them and asks for help because he impregnated someone and he wants to know abortion magic. Actually, some nobles ask for his help because their daughter wanted a plastic surgery on her face, and he's the only one who can perfectly do this surgery. They meet up with the noble guy along with Healer Santa, so they can see the daughter's face, but the bitch doesn't want to see them because of her face issue. Then Zenos does a reverse psychology where she opens up the door to let them check up on her face. They discuss the operating procedures where the spoiled brat runs away. After hearing that the surgery isn't a 100% guarantee to make her beautiful, Zenos followed her to this balcony where they talk. He picked up this injured bird and healed it, and says she needs patience if she wants to be beautiful again. We cut to the surgery where Healer Gay Boy was assigned to do it, but he doesn't have the skills to do it, and Zenos acted as his guide to make this surgery successful. But Healer Santa got mad because the gay boy got sloppy and cut one of her nerves.
The nerve!
And he suggested transferring her to the hospital's ICU so that he could reconnect it again. Zenos cock-blocked him because what the gay boy did was right, and he took over the operation and finished the job without any problems. The brat wakes up and sees her new Korean plastic surgery face.
I'm gonna look exactly like Jimin, my idol.
Her dad told her that he'll offer his 100% support on Healer Santa on the upcoming elections. Then she asked for Zenos' name and wants to thank him properly. We cut to Zenos and Glasses Healer putting some random drugs onto the storage. Healer Sensei shows up and congratulated him for the successful plastic surgery.
Do you think I look a little bit, you think I look like Jimin a little bit? Like,
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Sure, buddy.
Then Gay Boy Healer also shows up and says that they got invited to Santa's dinner party at the North Pole, and with this he can search for this Alfred guy. We cut to the party where they start asking the guests if they know this Alfred guy, and Drunken Master Sensei here knew the guy, but he doesn't know where the fuck he is and he doesn't care about it. Elf Lolly keeps serving him some more wine to make him drunk, and he starts yapping out some secrets and tells Zenos that Healer Santa was involved in an explosion 13 years ago because of his dumb research that wasn't going anywhere, and now he's on the verge of becoming the next director. Then Goth Lady tells the pair that she heard some rumors about Healer Santa because he became a hero 13 years ago after saving an aristocrat from a huge explosion. Then Elf repeats the information all together by saying that Healer Santa became a hero because he took the credit of saving an aristocrat. And Drunken Master Sensei heard all of this and tried to blackmail him, where he told all of this information to this Alfred guy, and now he's on the run because of a death threat coming from Healer Santa. Zenos also concluded that Healer Santa probably used his stealing health power by using the life force of injured people in the area just to save an aristocrat. And he thanks Goth Lady for this info.
Thank you, kind sir.
As he heads out, he sees the girl boss trio asking for help to heal Reptile Lady's brother. Healer Santa gave him an ultimatum that if he helps them, he'll get kicked out of this cult. Then he happily accepts to get kicked out and helps the reptile. We cut to him talking to Healer Sensei, where he wants to end his contract on finding this missing person, and he accepts the contract termination. He says goodbye and Healer Sensei gives him one last letter. And we cut to Healer Sensei committing a massacre and killing Healer Santa. We cut to Healer Santa's flashback 13 years ago, where he saved an aristocrat's life and Drunken Master took a picture of him. We cut to the pair where they saw the photo. Back to the massacre where Healer Santa wakes up, and Healer Sensei told him that he poisoned them all, including the aristocrat, because he killed his fiancé in that explosion 13 years ago, and now it's up to him on who will he save first, kinda like Saw.
You wanna play a little game?
Healer Santa plans to save himself and the aristocrat by using the life force of his subordinates, and he says that not all lives are equal. Zenos and the gang catch up to him where they try to convince Healer Sensei that killing is bad, and they need to save lives because that's what being a healer is for. Zenos commended the pair and he heals all the people affected with the poison except for Healer Santa. Santa's subordinates wakes up and got disappointed on him for using their life force to save himself. Zenos tells him that he'll save him if he's willing to pay $1 gajillion. He accepts his price and the aristocrat got mad at him for being a slimy bastard. A few days passed by where Healer Sensei got arrested, and they talk to him privately along with Hot Night Lady. He tells the pair that he never intended to kill anyone, and it was just a paralyzing drug so that he can manipulate Healer Santa on showing his true colors. But he noticed that this Alfred guy might have tampered with his drugs and replaced them with actual poison. Hot Night Lady told them that she's going to vouch for his innocence on the court as long as she can suck Zenos' dick, and Glasses Healer begged her to do it, and this made Healer Sensei realize that Zenos is just built different. Then we see the mysterious perpetrator who is actually that Alfred guy who is Healer Sensei's stepbrother.
What are you doing, step bro?
Zenos says goodbye to the pair one last time and took his paycheck as he heads back to his clinic. And that's the end of the anime. This anime gets a dextrose out of a chemotherapy.
I have crippling depression.